How's it going? It's Charles Botensten from Botensten Properties International, and today we're going to be talking about something that is brought up quite consistently with buyers in regards to, can this get more expensive? Is this the height of the market? And listen, there's a frenzy right now. It's October something, and right now in New York City, there's a lot of buyers. There's not a lot of sellers, and I don't really see a lot of sellers. There's not enough inventory coming on the market. There's not enough sellers selling their apartment because they can't trade up. And a lot of people say, is this the height? Is it going to keep on going? And listen, we had a recession in the 70s. We had one in 79, 80, 81, right around there. Then we had one in the early 90s. Then we had the dot-com. Then we had 9/11. Then we had the Great Recession. This is how the market goes. It just goes like that. And then over time, in New York City, on average, in the last 20 years, real estate has increased year over year 6%. Obviously, there's been a flat year, down year, 2009, 2010. But then we had huge rising years, like 10%, 15%, something like that. And it's amazing that real estate can continuously get more expensive. But if you look at the history of every single apartment in New York City, it has gotten more expensive. It's inflation. Inflation has pushed everything up. What your dollar can get, obviously in 1980, say you made $1 million now, in 1980, you can be really wealthy. If you made $1 million now in New York City, you're quite average, because I think they said 1 out of 3 are millionaires or something like that. 1 out of 4, I think it's 25% or 20%, 1 out of 5 are millionaires in New York City. I think it actually may be more. In Manhattan, I should say, in Manhattan. And the reason being is that it's a safe haven. The island isn't getting any bigger. There's not much raw land. The current mayor is not really pro-development, and if he is, then there has to be a couple of things going on within the deal that he would say yes to, like low-income housing, to give you tax benefits, to even say yes to building, things like that. So I don't really see real estate ever going down ever at any time. Real estate is the only appreciating value that you can hold, you can touch, you can see, and know that it's always going to increase. Even if there's a recession in 5 years, there's going to be another recession. It's just going to happen, of course. In 5 years and 6, 7 years, we just had such a boom the last, say, 3 years, that there's going to be another one in the next 6 years. And you want to get in now and then sell right before it. And you're like, when should I sell it? The age-old cliche, you sell when everyone is excited and you buy when everyone is nervous. And obviously it's a little bit different. When everyone's buying, you sell. When everyone's selling, you buy. And the reason being is that's when people are nervous. So the example I'm going to give you today is that I have a client that bought in 2010 or 2011. She financed the purchase, and we're closing today, and it's an unbelievable profit that she's making. And everyone's like, wow, look at this profit. This is incredible. She made blah, blah. Yeah, but no one was buying then. No one wanted to buy. Everyone was saying the end of the world is coming. It's the end of the world. It's never going to come back. Well, she had the confidence in herself and in the market to say, I'm going to buy. I have the money. Banks weren't really lending. We got turned down. She called me. She was crying. And we talked it out. And I to this day, I remember emails sending to my clients saying, listen, I'm telling you right now, it is you gotta buy. And everyone's like, it's a real estate agent. They just want to make their commission. I just knew from history that the market's going to come back. The market is obviously going to come back, and it always does, regardless of the depth, or the bottom of the recession. And I could make another video about this, is when do you know it's the bottom? You never know when it's the bottom. You only know it's the bottom when it starts going up. That's when you know it's the bottom. You can't call the bottom, just like you can't call the top. You can't call the top until it starts going down. So you want to get listen, there's always times where you could buy it a little bit less or sell it a little bit more. You can't perfectly time the market. And if you do, that means you got lucky, because you can't sway such a vast market like the real estate market. If it was like shoes in a certain block, of New York City, you could say, well, yeah, I can influence that because it's a block. It's only one block and it's shoes. But if it's an entire real estate market where there's jobs and there's just billions and trillions of dollars involved in mortgages and banks, you just can't do that. And now in New York City, it's more global than ever. It's amazing. It's amazing how many people are coming in. So the original topic was, will it continue increasing? Listen, it will. At one time, people are like, how is this studio, I have a studio on the market, or one bedroom, whatever, in a building downtown, and they're like, how is this so expensive? At one time, that apartment was probably $50,000. At one time, that apartment was probably $10,000. And at one time, it was $100,000. I guarantee people that bought it at $100,000 were like, there's no way this is going to go up. Listen, if it goes up, that's awesome, but I'm not expecting it to go up. I just want to live there for 10 years and maybe sell it for a profit. I actually had a client say that. I'm buying, and if it goes up, it goes up. And then he met the neighbor, and the neighbor actually did that, but 10 years earlier, and he said, yeah, I bought it at $400,000. I thought it would never go up. And now his home would be worth $650,000, $700,000 if he's lucky. He made $300,000 on a studio. You look at it, it's going to continuously go up because of demand of Manhattan. Demand of Manhattan is incredible. It's not getting any bigger. We can only go upwards. And to be honest, inflation pushes everything that's less expensive to more expensive, because the people that can't afford the uber luxury apartments that are getting built go to these less expensive, which then pushes that up. So yes, every house in America, well, I shouldn't say in America because Detroit's going through a tough time, but I can speak for Manhattan. Manhattan will always go up. It is your best investment, hands down. Even on the outskirts, South Bronx, Williamsburg is booming. Long Island City is booming. Downtown Brooklyn is booming. Park Slope is booming. Everything, if this is the nucleus, everything around New York City is just getting more expensive because people are moving there that have money, but they just can't afford Manhattan. And those people have to move further out, or, it's just how the market works. So yes, it's a good investment. Always buy in Manhattan. Even like the only people that got caught were the ones that bought in like 08, 07, like right before, and they bought at the height. They went through a bidding war. And what's funny is that they bought it here, then the prices went down to here, and we've slowly itched up, and we've been beyond. Are they going to cut even after the closing costs? Probably, but you know what? At least they're cutting even instead of losing money. So in Manhattan, wait at least 6 years after the recession, and you'll be able to make your money back. So anyway, if you have a question, subscribe to the videos. That's funny. It was the first time I ever sneezed on camera. If you have any questions, let me know. It's Charles Botensten from Botensten Properties International, and I do a video every weekday. I looked it up. There's a couple of videos I'm going to be coming out with. Very interesting. What questions you ask a listing agent. So it's going to be really fun. Anyway, subscribe to the videos, and I will talk to you